Okay guys, it's time to take a look at a young man that was drafted by the Montreal Canadiens in the 5th round of 2021. It's only been a year and this kid has already penciled himself in as one of the Canadiens' most interesting forward prospects right now. I'm talking about none other than, give me a drum roll before I lose my mind, Joshua Wah, or as we like to call him around here, Joshua Wah. Sorry kid, nobody's safe from nicknames around here. So in today's video, we're going to take a look at his statistics, we're going to take a look at some of his highlights, and we're going to pump this guy's tires until they explode. But first, before we begin, if you're a fan of the Habs, or you want to see Kent Hughes turn heel and give another general manager a stone cold stunner, then please consider subscribing to my channel as I upload a crap ton of hockey content and would really enjoy having some more of you grasshoppers tag along for the ride. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, grasshoppers of all ages, do you like good stories? Do you like the idea of having another Wah on the Montreal Canadiens? Do you like tater tots? Because if you do, you're gonna love Joshua Wah. Let me tell you something, when he was first selected at the draft, there wasn't a whole lot of praise for this guy, okay? He was just what you would call, I guess, somebody else in the pipeline, right? Nothing too fancy. He could have been somebody that might crack an AHL lineup one day, or he could have been somebody that might have had to open up a lemonade stand to raise money for his crippling cockfight gambling addiction. But you know what? Toss these scenarios to the curb, because all of a sudden, we got a prospect here. When you think of all the up-and-coming prospect forwards that the Canadiens have in their system right now, Joshua Wah has been a standout. He's one of the first names that comes to mind, and he's the most intriguing prospect they have right now in terms of potential. Taking a closer look at his hockey DB card, last year, which would have been his draft year for Sherbrooke, he managed to muster up 18 points in 20 games, including 13 goals. He wasn't exactly, a standout across the queue or anything like that, which is exactly why he wasn't selected until the 5th round. I did read some criticism on this guy dated back to last season. They were questioning his work ethic, questioning his skating, yada yada yada. And then you fast forward to the draft, the Canadiens select him in the 5th round, and all of a sudden, at camp, some kind of a switch goes off. He was having a grand old time with the Habs. We've got some pictures here. This one right here, I think he's in the background. We also got Chris Weidman here kind of taking a look at Ducharme, thinking, hey, when I catch an Uber out of here, your ears are going to be burning. But anyway, Wah, he does well at camp. He gets a chip on his shoulder. He was working hard. He was highly noticeable during this period of time. And he goes on to put up some big numbers this year in the queue. Check it out. He now has 92 points in 49 games. He is on fire down there. But wait, before we go any further, let's tone it down just a couple of notches before we tone it back up again. Disclaimer alert. One thing that we've all got to keep in mind, just because, we got a guy playing over a point per game in the queue, doesn't necessarily mean he's going to turn into the next Mario Lemieux. Okay, it's just a stat in the juniors. How many times now have we seen a guy tear it up in the queue, and then they get into the NHL, and they start to look like Ray Charles, It's weird. It happens all the time, but forget about that, okay? Because this is the Canadiens. This is Joshua Wah. He's kinda all I got right now, and I'll praise him if I want to. Now, at the time of recording this video, he is currently sitting at 2nd in the league and only 1 point behind William Dufour for 1st in the league. Now, I know already what you're thinking. Who the hell is William Dufour? Well, that's a good question. Let's take a quick look at the old NHL Pokedex here. This guy, he doesn't even have a profile pic for starts, okay? That explains a lot. So let's just go ahead and give him one of those. This guy is also pretty impressive. He was drafted a year earlier than Wah, back in 2020 by the New York Islanders. And won't you take a look at his increase in point production over the years? Oh my God. Who is this guy? Lance Armstrong? Wow, I don't believe it. Does the Q not look at this and want to test this guy for performance-enhancing drugs? Yeah. But yeah, he's got a couple of years on Wah. Our 5th round selection is only 18 years old. And man, the underwear that I'm wearing right now is probably older than that. He's just a pup. Now you'll also notice on this list here is Riley Kidney, who's not doing too shabby either. He's not at the point in his career right now where I'm going to label him as a kidney failure. Okay, that might come a little later. The Canadiens actually picked Kidney in the second round of the same draft. He's got 75 points in 50 games. And it really puts things into perspective here for Wah. I think if the draft were to be redone as of right now, our boy Wah would definitely be selected in the first round. So keep an eye on him, guys. He's gone above and beyond his expectations this season. He's one of the hottest prospects the Habs have right now. And what I want now is for you to tell me what you think of him. Do you see this kid as a potential NHLer for the Canadiens? Do you think he's just a flash in the pan right now and he's a bit overrated and he's overachieving? Let me know all about it in the dirty, rotten comment section. Anyway, guys, that does it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you didn't, I hope the next time you're eating blueberries, somebody replaces them with rabbit shit. And hey, I'll see you next time.